Hello and welcome to Kalinda Tarot. I'm going to do a reading today. I don't know what that's coming from. I know I did one yesterday, but I have been off work today, so I feel like I can put another one on. Yeah, I procrastinate a lot and it annoys me. So I'm going to try and focus more on putting out videos when I can. Because I just did a reading and then my daughter came in. And I don't really like my kids on camera, so I had to bloody delete it. I don't know whether this will come on. This will come on. I don't know if the same story is going to come out. We'll see. I think everything happens for a reason, so... look. Well, you're not giving any emotions to a situation. What story came out just before was like, you know, like a marriage. Not a lot of people get married nowadays, so I don't know whether I should say marriage, but you know, like a living together kind of thing. Like it was a proper long-term relationship. You know, like a what is it called? Common law, husband and wife. So I feel like there's two energies in a relationship. So one of the energies wanted to leave, but they're waiting on something. They couldn't move because they were waiting on something, like it could be paperwork or it could be somewhere to move to if they was living together, cohabiting. But that was holding them back. So while they was waiting there's like family members in the mix who are making life difficult, like stressing things out and stuff like that. And the similar energy is coming now where you're not giving to it like a love relationship anymore. And it is to do with like, you know, like old school relationships. But so common law. Let's see what else. Yeah, stagnancy. You're not happy where you are. Yeah, and arguments. So I think it is the same story that's coming out. So obviously someone needs to hear it, but yeah, it's not going to be long before the situation changes, because you know, the cards that fell out was near enough standing up. It wasn't there yet, but you know, so the situation will soon be done. Whatever you're waiting for so that you can leave, you will get it soon. So you don't worry about that, whether it is you're trying to look for somewhere else to live, or you know, if that person needs to give you a divorce, the papers will be signed soon, you know. So don't worry about it too much. Like, don't let it stress you out, because like you feel like you're stuck, you can't move forwards without this. But then, like, yeah, oh, everything's gone. You're just tired of the situation. You want out. And I think whatever's holding you back, like, I don't see how it would hold you back though, because if it was me and I was living, if I was cohabiting with someone and I wanted to end the relationship, unless obviously there's kids there, which maybe that's the reason why you feel like you can't leave, because the kids. But and maybe that's why there's arguments in the family, innit? But you can't stay somewhere where there's kids if you're not happy, because the kids will pick up on it. You know, kids are very intuitive and they will pick up on it, and they don't know the reasons why, because obviously we don't express everything to our children. They will just know, even if you haven't told them that you split up or whatever, they will know. You know, and lying to keep them happy is not going to work neither. Like, a lot of people stay in relationships for the wrong reasons, man. Like, if you've had kids with someone and the relationship's not working, it will affect the kids in a negative way. Like, two happy adult parents that can co-parent together in a positive manner, whether they're living together or not, can still bring up very balanced children. You know, it's when the arguments and that at home is going to affect them. The animosity at home is going to affect them. You know, because they're not stupid. They're going to pick up on things. They're just not going to understand, you know, things. So, you know, I think it would be easier if you was to leave, you know, and if you can't, because the thing is, while you and your partner together, it's going to be harder to maintain balance between you both, because, you know, obviously if you want to go and they don't want you to go, or they want you to go and you don't want to go, whatever which way it is, there's going to be like animosity. So the sooner you can part and then get together and talk in a balanced way, whether you have like a third party involved, just to keep the peace. Not that you can't resolve nothing on your own, but, you know, just so that, because it doesn't even have to be a counsellor, but like a third person that can hear you both speaking, and then they, you know, if it's getting out of hand, then they can stop it and say, look, take 5 minutes, or, you know, have a breather, and then we'll come back to it. Because obviously if there's kids involved, there's house involved, there's obviously going to be money involved, you know, there's a lot riding on this connection. And for you two to split up, there's going to be a lot of mess that is going to have to be sorted out amicably between both of you as well. And that might have been what the papers were before in the other read. You know, maybe there's like a split or whatever. I don't know, because I know that common law wives and husbands, they have, I think it's like a similar thing to marriage, you know. But I think you have to be legally together for 10 years. So I don't know how things like that work. Because I've never married. I don't believe in it, to be honest. But it looks like a messy situation. Maybe you need to take yourself out of it for a bit. Go and stay at a friend's house so you can balance yourself. Like, maybe think with a clearer head outside of all the mess that's going on. And then at least you can come back with some good ideas that are not based on, you know, any emotions that are occurring at the time. You know, you may be flying off the handle, or they might be flying off the handle. You know, breakups are messy, but at the end of the day, you know, it's better to not cut cords, because if there's kids involved, you know, you can't really. But to part amicably is hard. I know because I got 3 baby daddies, which is not a good thing, but, you know, I left all of them for good reasons. And all of them, you know, I talk to all of them. I've got a good relationship with all of them. Obviously, the reasons why we broke up weren't always amicable. But once you get past that hurdle, and then you realise that, you know, okay, maybe we get on better outside of a relationship dynamic, you know, because yeah, you're supposed to, in uni, you're supposed to work together. You're supposed to be there for one another. And once someone does something, well, I don't know what it was that ended it, but once you could have just fell out of feelings, and then, you know, you don't want to be honest with the person because you think, or they might think, you know, well, what happened? Why am I not good enough? You don't want to bring that to them, you know, so you make up something elaborate. I don't know, but I just think honesty is the best option all the time, because then you're not lying, you're not fabricating. You know, it's always best just to be honest, and then at least then you can have honesty from the other person, or you expect honesty from the other person, you know. And even if there is still love there, you know, and it's turned a little bit bitter, you can have that understanding that, okay, that person does love me, and, you know, what they're showing, what they're displaying when they're angry is that they don't like that the love is being sort of ripped from them. They got no control over it. So, you know, but rather than just stay there with that person and you don't love them anymore, at least that person can heal from that, you know, with the truth and honesty, and then hopefully both of you can talk together, you know, once everything sort of died down and it's at peace again. But yeah, and then they can find their proper person, because a lot of people block people's happiness. If you're not supposed to be that person, you'll know, and deep within you'll know. That's why people have affairs and everything else, because they're trying to stay in a relationship, have their cake and eat it, but that person's not your person, mate. That's why you want to go elsewhere. So why don't you free that person instead of trying to keep them and do whatever you're doing on the side? Just, you know, or, you know, people shouldn't get into relationships so quickly. You know, maybe, you know, play the field a bit. There's nothing wrong in doing what you actually want to do. It's wrong when you give people false hope. Like, that's when it becomes wrong, when you promise people commitment, or you promise people, you know, we'll spend our lives together, or, you know, it's false promises that hurt. It's not the truth. The truth doesn't hurt at all. It might hurt a little bit, but, you know, lies hurt deeper. But anyway, I'm waffling. So yeah, it will ease in a short amount of time. So just keep doing what you're doing, and I think if you can get away and just think clearly, you'll be able to bring whatever it is that you need to do, or even if it's a decision that you need to make, that will come more clearer how to do it, you know, in a better manner. Yeah, so it's not going to be long, the outcome. So yeah, if you like this video, please like and share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll do a video soon. Thank you.